Welcome back, Cumbrianhomestead. It's Friday the 22nd of July. I'm just down on the plot to give you a quick update. I'll just spin you around. So this is the Uchiki squash. There's two plants in there. And it looks like we've got a couple, at least anyhow. So that's awesome. I don't know how many fruits you're supposed to leave on each plant. If anybody does know that, can you pop a reply down below and let me know about that? I'd be very grateful. So I'm kind of just letting it more or less do its own thing. There's a bit of a arm going up there, and I won't leave that there, it might get mowed. I'll have to try and sort of turn it around or something, but anyway, but it's looking good. There's just one more row of spuds to come out. It was an unknown variety. A mate of mine just gave me some seed he had saved just to make up the bed, so I'll get that out before too long. Just sowed half a row of peas. This is Munch 2. Annoyingly, I threw the packet away without writing it down, so I'm sorry I can't tell you the variety, but we'll see how it goes. And as usual, I've had to put all this metal stuff up, screens, just to keep the wood pigeons off, otherwise they just absolutely murder them. The multi-sown beets are really going well, but we've been watering them almost daily, or at least every other day, because it's been so dry and so warm here, but they're clearly responding to that. And just look at a clump now, you can see they're starting to form up already, you know. So it won't be long before some of those are harvestable actually. Moving over to the Musselburgh Leeks. Again, I've been watering those quite copiously, as much as I can anyway. Just noticed one's gone to seed on me here. But one out of a whole bed isn't so bad for the time being anyway. See what transpires with those. And then the Savoys. I don't know if you can see through the mesh there, they're hearting up. I think I saw one. Yeah, you can see they're hearting up there. This one here is probably almost ready for cutting, but I'm still using the summer cabbage at home yet, so I'm sure they'll be fine for a wee bit longer. And that's again the same, the Savoy January King 3, that variety. Then over here, just got some more leeks, they look okay. And then the Crown Prince squash. Got one here, and another one over here. So that's two I can see. I think I can see a third over here. Yeah, so again, I'm not sure how many one plant will support. There's one there, so that's four at least anyways. I don't think, by the colour, and I think those didn't get fertilised, so I'm assuming they'll just drop off. I've not grown this before, so it's a kind of a bit of a new thing for me, but it's really quite vigorous as well. You can see how much ground it's. Here's the other arm coming over here. It's actually trying to get into this box. I think I'll just lift that out. Just try and see if we can feed it through there somewhere. So turning around once again. All the I've been so busy. You can see that these Lolo Rosso, they've all gone to seed now, so I need to remove those and get them composted. But we had a day off yesterday, my wife and I celebrated our 32nd wedding anniversary, so we went for a lovely walk and then a meal, and it was really nice. And so it'll be trying to play a bit of catch up. So this is chard, that's gone to seed. I don't want the seed, so again at some point I'll just have to try and get that out of the bed. The rhubarb looks like Bit of a second flush coming along there, so I need to take some of that shortly. And then just coming down the Espaliers here. It's a pretty good fruit set. This is Kingston Black, and also you can see where this arm came out alright, but one failed to come out equally this side, but there's a branch here that would actually, you know, tie in quite nicely, or even at a push, this one here, which is on the wrong side really, but at a push, you know, it could make another arm. So that's something to consider. And the same thing's happened on the next pair. You know, this one's come out a little bit lower down than you want ideally. You know, you want it somewhere here, but again, it hasn't come out this side. So there's a little growth there in the front that we could use, or we could pop a bud graft in. There's different things you can do. So it needs heading back soon anyway. But it's a pretty good fruit set. And then this one's Dabinet. So again, it's just a bit of maintenance, you know, just tying those. You see how it's coming up. You want to be just kind of bending those down, not completely at this point, but you know, just bending, tying them in about there, and then as we go along, you would carry on tying it down. And it's had aphid. You see the typical telltale signs of the curled up leaves. But again, not a bad fruit set at all on this one. So I'm going to be doing some summer pruning shortly, probably a couple of weeks time. We'll get in and all these side shoots will be pruned back. And then there's another Kingston Black on the end here. And again, that's got a good fruit set. I'm not going to push my way through this one here. We've had some overnight rain, so I don't want to get soaking. Got another squash there, which was supposed to be Olga squash. However, I don't think it is. It looks more like a courgette to me. Put another one on the other end of the row, and yeah, I mean, it's sort of, yeah, I think it's been cross-pollinated with something. Anyway, it's got a couple on. I mean, the Olga squash first grew when Benni over in Norway sent me the seed. It was a trailing squash, you know. That's why I did them in here again, because it trailed. I had it trailed right the way along from both sides, you know, and it worked out very well. Right, so the last few things to update on is my Discovery apple, and you can see that I've put a support stick in. It's carrying quite a big crop, even though, as I say, I always thin my apples, 2 to a spur. But this is the problem with Discovery in this part of the world. You see it's had codling moth there, which has allowed access to brown rot fungus. You can see that there, and it's quickly, that apple's just rotting away. So I just, you know, get rid of those. And because we've had some very warm nights, that'll go the same way. And I can also see, don't know if I can zoom in a wee bit. Where we go. On there, it looks like bird damage. It looks like they've been pecked. So there's always something trying to attack your crops. But you know, that's the way of the game, isn't it? That's the nature of the business we're in. Hopefully there'll be more than enough. It looks like, you know, they're ripening quite quickly now, so it might only be another few weeks before we're picking those. And then turning around onto this multi-grafted tree, again, I have thinned these. They're quite small at the moment, but it doesn't matter because they're all cider apples anyhow. So this one's Tremlett's bitter, and then these are Brown's apple. So I mean, they should get a bit bigger, but I guess it's quite an old tree now, so it probably benefit from some pretty hard pruning at some point, maybe to reinvigorate it. Thornless blackberry. So if you're looking at it now, you can see the new wood here coming out. So already that cane's got to be 10 foot long or more. And again, it's bearing a lot of fruit. Looks like some good fruit there. These are the last of the red sun shallots, just drying off. So I shall be taking those home and cleaning them up at some point, very soon likely. I'm still doing the compost. At some point I need to just fish this stuff out of here and turn this one into the end, and then at some point, you know, that can be turned into there. Then we just got some sweet peas. I cut a bunch yesterday. The stems are a bit on the small side. It's just seed that I've saved from the last few years, so they're not a kind of special variety to me, but the perfume is wonderful, really nice. Okay guys, that's about it for this